We're here at Cody Holly, and you did the movie Call Now. Uh,
Absolutely.
so, how did you come up with this kind of a concept?
Um, oh, that's a good question. Well, so
Yeah.
Call Now is a wacky comedy film, all about kind of the mundane task of, a viewer trying to call into a shopping channel and he's trying to get a new vacuum, but then I decided to take it one step further. I decided to take that mundane task of just trying to, dial the number in and get the new product at the shopping channel and turn it into like almost an argument between the screens. So I took it up a notch.
Yeah.
And where the idea came from, one day I was actually one late night when I was with my mother. She I walked out, at about 2 a.m. walked, into the living room, and she was
Watching
up,
one of those.
trying to watch, one of those shopping channels, desperately trying to get a new product, whatever it was. It doesn't even matter
Yeah.
anymore. The funny thing was how persistent she was with trying to get this phone number that kept going, by too quickly on this program. And so she'd leave the room for a second, and then she'd hear the phone number, she'd have to run back in, and boom, it would be gone. And I thought that was, like I said, one of the most like mundane but also the most hilarious things ever. And so I said, well, what can I do with this? So I turned it into Call Now and made it, all about a host and a viewer and kind of the argument between the screens, if that was possible.
And how did you go about your casting? Because the guys,
They
interesting.
they are really good. I'm very proud of my cast. Gene Connolly, who plays the host, and then John Paul Coulter, who plays the viewer. They're both amazing, and I found both of them in the FIFO network of the Lehigh Valley of Pennsylvania.
Oh,
I'm a part of this filmmaking consortium called FIFO, which is Fade In, Fade Out, and it's all about networking and meeting people within the community of Lehigh Valley's
wow.
filmmakers.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I've been with that for a year, and I met Gene Connolly there, and then Gene Connolly hooked me up with John, and they were both great to work with. They were great, talented comedians in a way, and they I think they really brought a whole lot to each character. The with Gene doing his like kind of like almost sinister shopping show stylings that he brought, and then of course John, just of course his role was very physical and very nonverbal, and he, I think, really brought that that expressive attitude that was needed for the character. So
Yeah, it's not easy to
they're
do
both amazing.
that.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely, I love them both.
so, what do you usually like to do? Like comedy, or are you all over the map, or what's
Yeah, no,
your
no, no.
focus?
It's funny. I started doing thrillers.
Mhm.
In high school, I made my first ever feature film, and it was an hour-long thriller film called The Gem. And that one I had a lot of fun with. But then I kind of realized within The Gem itself, it had a lot of comedy, and I've always been interested in making silly little films. I used to do a lot of YouTube skits and sketches
Mhm.
with my friends, and all the way up back into elementary school. And then so I decided to say, you know what, I guess I could keep doing comedy. So I Call Now was like one of my like first professional comedy films, I'd say, and I'm already writing the next one, which I'm excited to start work on in a in about a few months.
Mm.
But I kind of mostly do comedies, and that's always what I've loved to do.
Are you done with college now, or were you are almost done, or you still
Almost,
going, or?
almost, Chris. I have one more year left. I'm a senior at Kutztown University,
Mhm.
and I really love it there. Being a Golden Bear, they have great. They offer great access to the equipment, the resources, and even some great connections. And
Mm.
yeah, I'm just about done. And then after that, we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping to with my degree in film, and then I have a minor in business. I
Mhm.
eventually hope to become a full-time film and television producer. That's my end goal, because I've really, I although I enjoy the creative stuff, I do actually get a kick out of doing all the behind the scenes business things,
Yeah.
and all the things that people don't usually enjoy, normal people probably. But
Absolutely.
but yeah, that's the kind of thing that I want to do. And so with my year left, I'm basically I'm finishing up all my higher level classes, and then I got my senior internship next
Oh,
spring that I'll be doing.
oh, that's cool. That sounds good.
Absolutely.
Do you have to do like a thesis film at the end, or you don't have to do that, or
See, the thing is, I really wish we had to, but no,
yeah,
we're not required at all.
mhm,
The thing though that I always tell my friends, and I've told even like, since I was a freshman, I used to tell my senior friends, just make
just make
something.
them, yeah,
That's what I
mm,
always tell 'em. Make films, make movies, that just do what you can, because you really should have a reel built up,
yeah,
before you even graduate. And that's what I've been doing. So I mean,
mm,
even though I'm not assigned a thesis, I'm still gonna make a pretty decent film this coming year.
great, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's so. What's your next one you're working on? You said we
Um,
talked about it, but are you gonna a few months? You said, or it's gonna be a feature or a short, or
it's gonna be a comedy. Uh, it's gonna be a comedy short film. This one's gonna have a bit more thriller element to it. So I'm
mm,
kind of combining my early stuff
mm,
with the things I do now. That feature mostly comedy. But I'm working on a short film. Um, and then I'm currently co-writing a feature length film. Oh, actually, funny enough, I should have mentioned this. I'm actually co-writing a feature length version of Call Now.
oh,
Um, and I know that's one of those ones that I've pitched people about, and they're like, "What are you talking about? You can't." I mean, it's cool, it's funny and stuff, Cody. But what is it actually about? Well, I like to think that the Call Now short film in its 10 minutes is kind of the beginning of the film, and
mm,
then I'd have the feature take place afterwards and showcase like about basically three different storylines. I would have the viewer as he's trying to track down the vacuum cleaner, and almost like an adventure type of story. And then um I have Sam, the host, who's actually getting kind of tired of his regular hosting job, and he's kind of going through more of a drama. And then I have the funny bunnies, which are just the comic relief. They're outrageous. They're doing crazy things and stuff. Blowing things up, all
mhm,
all the wacky things that you'd see in a kind of cartoon, I'd say. So yeah, I'm also working on that, but that's still in the writing
mm.
process, and hopefully that's one of those things that I'll be able to pitch around and get sold at some point.
Did you ever see the movie Joy at all? Joy with a huge cast to that.
Uh,
Robert De Niro and what's her name
I
from?
don't know.
It was about the real life of behind the scenes of selling stuff on those channels and stuff.
Right. Okay, yeah. I've heard of that one. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of
Oh,
it
that
is.
was a drama. That was a
Yeah.
drama, and it was
No,
real
no.
life. That was different.
Oh, absolutely. But that's I like those and stuff, and that's why I appreciate those types of movies, but I also appreciate kind of the wacky inspirations of my films. Like I'm really inspired by Mel Brooks, and I love
Yeah.
how he takes things that might be serious, but and they might have like serious messages to them, but like kind of like Blazing Saddles, but then they just throw outrageous stunts in there, and
Yeah.
wacky little jokes, and that's the type of stuff I like.
Or turn the Star Wars into Spaceballs.
Yep, Spaceballs. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's also one of my favorites, man. Oh my god, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
The way he went about that is basically just how I want to go about my films, where they're just parodies of themselves.
Absolutely. So
Yeah,
yeah, so we'll be playing the film on August 7th. We're excited to
yeah.
have the college set and everything. So
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
and I'll be there. I'll be there
cool.
with my crew.
Awesome.
Hopefully, I'm hoping to get either Gene or John there, but definitely my crew and I are coming down, so we'll be
Nice.
there for the day. Very excited to come.
Awesome. It's going to be a nice crowd because we
Absolutely.
usually do like 2 days, but it's one day. So it's going to be pretty
Oh
crazy to have
wow.
everyone there.
Oh
All
my
like,
gosh.
like, so the high school, college set, and then we have like an award show
Mm,
for that. And then we go on to the other films and stuff like that too. So it's, but
wow.
there'll be a lot of people there.
Oh my goodness. You and your team, man. Props to you guys. Holy
We love
cow.
doing it. It's love doing it, especially in the summer. So I teach
Yeah.
during the year, so I'm off. So I don't care.
Oh
I'm off,
wow. Where
so
do you teach?
I teach film right here in New Jersey, right here in
No
Middletown, New
way.
Jersey. So, yep,
Wow.
yep. It's
That's
great. It's in high
fantastic.
school, so film in high school, love it, love it.
Cool. That's awesome. I've always thought about one day, either, in a little bit, I'd love to either become a film professor or a film teacher, at a high school. I'd love to do that. I've always wanted to be a teacher and stuff. And I feel like that would be good. It always looks like it's fun.
It is a lot of fun. So it's a job that I got later in life too. So I got
Yeah.
5 years now. So I love it. I can't leave it. you know? But
Fantastic.
you
That's
still
great.
still do films, still work in the industry and all that.
Yeah.
So it's fun. So
Oh,
it's try to
good
do
stuff.
everything, but
All
it's
right.
steady. It's steady.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
good.
one thing.
That's well, I know that's the one thing you can count on, because oh yeah, that's what I'm already, doing all these freelance jobs. It's feast or
Yeah.
famine. It's every once in a while. So I get that. I think that's also what I've thought about too. I'd love to at one point, if I can get a, studio job that, has great benefits. Sure, that's one thing. But if not, that's why I also like the idea of a teaching job, just because it's mostly pretty steady, and secured, I'd say.
Absolutely. So with your little group out there in Lehigh, are you going to work with them again with your next shorts? Is that the plan?
Well, I am hoping to work again at some point with Gene and John, but I'm also utilizing other great networks, even people within the FIFO network, but there's networks throughout Scranton, Philadelphia, and I know some great
Mm.
people in New York City now, and
No,
hopefully
there'll
I'll
be a
meet
lot of
some.
New York people
Yeah,
there on the 7th. So that's
exactly.
exciting.
I was about to say I'm really excited to hopefully meet some great people at Brightside. So
Mm.
that I think that would be a perfect opportunity to network and hopefully get some great talent for the next film of Cody Holly.
That's the one thing about the festival. It's fun. It's in a bar scenario, but we have 2 floors of films going
Mhm.
on, and everyone
That's
is
cool.
there. They're all
Yeah.
there, so it's a lot of interacting, and so many times people end up working together. So
Wow.
many times. So
See,
and
that's
then they
good.
come
I'm
back with their
excited.
films. So it's that's why
Yeah.
we love doing it
That's
and
good.
keep doing it. So
Well, that's good. I'm glad. Yeah,
cool.
I'm really excited to come to Brightside. This is gonna be my first film festival outside of Pennsylvania. So I'm. Oh
Nice,
no,
nice.
sorry.
So,
No, I guess technically I forgot. I was in Princeton.
no,
But this one's definitely the furthest so far.
yeah,
So
well,
this one's very exciting. I am excited to come.
hey, right across the water from New York City.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. That's good. I'm excited for that. I might have to
Yeah,
hop on and hop on over. Then we'll see
yeah,
what's
or
going
like you
on.
walk you walk down a little bit and you can see the city and everything. It's really cool. So
That's amazing.
Statue of
That's
Liberty's
fantastic.
right there. Like it's literally right there.
Oh really? Oh my
So Statue of
gosh.
Liberty. You
Wow.
basically, I mean, you can't walk in the water, but you can take
Right.
the boat is like a 3-minute ride right
Oh
from there
wow.
to there. It's real quick. So the
Okay.
statue
Huh,
is right there. So it's pretty cool. I used to work
fantastic.
in Jersey City as a teacher years ago, and I was able to see the statue out my window. So that was really cool until they
Well,
started
that's some
building.
view.
They started
Wow.
building over it, so you couldn't see it anymore. But I'll never
Oh,
forget. Like, look outside. Yeah, there's the statue. It's pretty cool.
oh my gosh. Wow. Fantastic. That's wacky. That I love that. That's good.
So right now in New Jersey, we have a lot of films going on. It's like coming back. A lot of studios are coming. Is it the same thing in
Right.
Pennsylvania as well? A lot of
I
like shows, TV, movies.
Well, again, I can definitely talk up the Lehigh Valley. I really do think Lehigh Valley's trying its best to grow, and it is, especially Bethlehem, where they have the Bethlehem Steel Stacks Music
Mm,
Fest, all these
yeah.
different art and entertainment shows throughout the year. They're really trying to become an arts capital of the Northeast. So I'm
Mm,
pretty sure Pennsylvania definitely has the same uh goals and missions as Jersey, because I know Jersey, I hear that Lionsgate is opening something up,
yeah.
Netflix is opening something up, so
Yeah.
that's amazing, and I hope the same thing can happen with Pennsylvania. But I know definitely Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, they love to focus on broadcast news and journalism, but I really do think especially right in the Lehigh Valley and sometimes where I'm from, which I'm from the Pocono Mountains,
Mm.
they have a great kind of area for arts and entertainment to grow and prosper.
It's beautiful out there. I've been out there.
Yeah,
I'm like, I should make a movie out here. It's so nice.
it is. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I especially I really do like I make most of my films now at Kutztown University or in the Lehigh Valley area, but like my first feature, as I was talking about the gem, that was filmed entirely in the Pocono Mountains and
Mm,
Delaware Water Gap, and right alongside the Delaware River. And that was it's a beautiful place to film, and that's why I
yeah,
really think if more people can, they should really try to get out here and create some great films.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, anything you want to promote? Anything you got? Anything out there that, like about your feature where people could see it at all or anything?
Well, I mean, really, what I can say is that if you enjoy what I do, and if you want to kind of see what Call Now is all about, you can go to youtube.com/the Cody Network. That's where I post anything from silly comedy skits to wacky commentaries and some even crazy films. So yeah, you can check everything I do. You can check out everything I do at the Cody Network on youtube.com. Yeah, yeah,
Awesome. Well, thanks for giving me a few minutes today
yeah.
here, and
Thank you.